They all look too happy. They have to play the role a bit. You guys are depressed. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
I'm
Depressed.
fucking depressed, bro.
Hey, people say depressed, not ask you to curse and whatnot last month. Cannot be. Please. Always forget, like, always forget. So, like usual,
I didn't see live, lah, day.
wait. Let me do my intro. Formal a bit. Salam sejahtera. JomUnited, we are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. Today, I'm with my brothers. We are all depressed. We were saying some stuff like in the bedroom just now, so that's why we look a bit happy, but we are all depressed. Okay, dog doesn't.
Can I just say, I told you so?
Hey,
I told you
I was
so.
waiting for that. Okay, I'm going to give you your spotlight. Now, I know you were waiting for this moment. That day, I think Wednesday, I was like having an argument with you. Hey, why are you so negative? Why? Okay. 30 seconds from now, say your piece now.
I told you so. In this case, I hate to be proven right, but I was proven right. It was an understrength Palace team, which we played out of the park the other day, and we got a lesson yesterday. I mean, they didn't play well, but neither did we. Neither did we show what we showed on Wednesday and played terribly and like crap, seriously.
But really, like, if you were to compare, right, that some fellas were saying like Wednesday squad, it was Al Palace. Okay, the squad that turned up yesterday was Real Palace. But then to be honest, not much of a difference, like Smurf. I think what happened was we downplayed more, right, compared to Palace, right?
I think it was. I mean, it doesn't matter, like, guys. It's Palace. We should have basically won both games. Yes, we did one, and we screwed up big time on the other one. Put it that way. So it's Palace. We're not talking about some, not even in a Europa League sort of team. You see, and yeah, it's all boils down to us. I mean, we can't say the opponent were better players, second fiddle players, first 11, so forth. They're not even in the Europa. We should be winning this with ease, but nah. For me, we screwed up big time.
Yeah, like even with our lineup, some injuries and whatnot. I think we have the tools, we have the personnel, we have the experience to take off, to kill off Al Palace Real Palace and whatnot. Do you think in a way, right, Smurf, we as fans were a bit overconfident? The players and maybe the manager was a bit overconfident after that easy win on Wednesday.
I don't think so. It was an easy win. Basically, I mean, we played better in the first game, of course. Well, if you got to say that if we were overconfident, I think that is depressing. That is going to be very, very. I'm very afraid for the future of the team. Why? Because, guys, I mean, this is one of the first time in the Premier League that we lost 4 games out of 7 BPL games. I mean, we created another history. Probably the only thing that is covering over this history is because Liverpool, basically they are blaming the ref, and the ref came out and say blah blah blah, their fault and so forth. I mean, but put that aside. But guys, this is history. 4 losses in 7 start of the BPL game. I mean, and what confidence are you guys talking about? What confidence is that? If we are going into the 7 games so confident, dude, then I'm very worried for the next 31 more games.
But to be honest, like this game, right, it was supposed to be in the bag, right? Like we were saying, right, the next 5 games, 7 games, right? Okay, the City game, don't say Newcastle game. I think now we can just push it to the side, The 5 games, right, we were supposed to be in the bag, 3 points, right, like you mentioned, right, Smurf. So I don't know where did it went wrong. Doc. Okay, I know. Okay, the first thing, David De Gea. All right, David De Gea not in the squad. Okay, that is the first, the ultimate thing, But then, where did it go wrong for this game? Formation wise, do you think is it because of there was no width we were playing too compressed in the center this kind of stuff? What do you think, Doc?
I'm not one to talk about players who are not there, right? But I think he got the starting lineup wrong yesterday. For me, Pelistri shouldn't have started. For me, actually, Eriksen would have started this game. This game where you don't need to defend, you've got so much of ball possession, the team comes and plays a low block, he would be the one who could break this low block. And apart from that, right, when you're playing a team with low block, I mean, we had no width at all. Amrabat was tucking in as a inverted left back. I thought Dalot tucking in as an inverted right back. There was no width at all, no overlapping. And when your team is playing a low block, you concentrate everything in the center, it's easier for them to defend. You need to spread them out wide.
True. Okay, we got some comments here. All right, Naz. Before that, jangan lupa guys to like, share, and comment. Let's go, Jim. Steady. Like, share, comment, and the usual stuff lah, the usual YouTube, TikTok, whatever stuff lah. Alright. Faizal Izwan, ini admin. Miss Dog De Gea or David De Gea? We Dog De Gea lah. David De Gea.
Both lah, both.
David De Gea is history, alright, history. That guy is busy watching Scarface now. Every day watching WWE, alright, WWE. But then I think also Onana in a way, like, let's just talk a bit about Onana lah. Onana, I think that rocket, right? It's I think David De Gea would have a hard time saving that rocket as well. It was a deflection to Anderson. Anderson whack. Of course, maybe Lindelof should have closed the gap a bit lah. But I think in a way it's a bit tough. Maybe Smith, a quick one, tough to save, right? That one.
I would certainly agree with that. I mean, it was a good goal. It was very well taken. It was quick. But the question is, where was our guys? What is the manager teaching them? Positioning, totally off. It was Dalot's man. Dalot went in. Lindelof was so close to this guy. Lindelof was so close to this guy. Everybody's basically blaming Lindelof, not taking into position, not covering his man. But well, doesn't matter whose fault is it. We were off position. We did not do proper covering. The goal was, to me, it was a beautiful goal. It was a well taken goal, unsavable if you ask me. I mean, there might be probably 2 to 3% of the goalkeepers. They get lucky. They would have saved that, but not Onana, and I don't think so that would have been saved by David De Gea as well.
I just want to highlight here, right, that anything left or right of Onana looks very difficult for him lah. Anything straight at him, he saves. Anything left or right looks a little bit dodgy lah. If you ask me,
not part of the agenda. That is not part of our discussion. Okay, we're not gonna.
You're not answering the question there.
But can I also just tell you?
Anything goalkeeper did? Yes.
This is the difference that De Gea makes. He would make saves like, I wouldn't say he would save this, but he would have made saves like this that save us points.
Why not you
and,
share?
And let's not forget the
why not you share the video clips?
The stupid foul that gave away the free kick in the first place.
Yes, I mean it was foolish. I mean, a lot of people say McTominay is a player who basically give foolish falls, unnecessary falls in front of the box, wherever around the pitch. But well, Amrabat, I mean, wasn't that another foolish fall if you ask me? So what's the difference?
Yeah, he was sloppy.
So because he's playing off position, he's not playing in the CDM. He's playing on the left back because he was deployed on the left back. So that's an excuse. But whatever the case is, that was a stupid fall by Amrabat. And mind you guys, this is ETH sort of player.
But I think yesterday Amrabat, I mean, many of our players, they were sloppy, but especially Amrabat yesterday, it was quite shocking actually to see. You know, people, they were talking about the VAR decision, right? Hitting the arm, the head, and the fingertips of the Crystal Palace player, right? But then Amrabat actually touched the ball 3 times. 2 times he actually went and pushed the ball away with his hand. Right? Lucky tak kena. Right? That one would have been a red card. Somehow he's carrying a yellow card, right? Could have been a red card straight away. La. Okay, relax, bros. At least we have a clearer picture now about which area we really need to fix. Okay, which brings me to the question, la. What area do we need to fix now? Okay, I mean, what do you see like the weakness? What happened in the game? I couldn't understand. You know, possession wise, stat wise, 83%, bloody 83. We were like Man City. For those who follow stats, right? We were like Man City. Bloody Man City, 83%. But there was nothing going. What went wrong last month?
It brought me back to LVG days, bro. It seriously brought me back to LVG days. We had total possession, but we were still passing from the left to right to left, back. I mean, from the midfield to the goalkeeper, from the defense to the goalkeeper passing. I mean, that was practically it. So, I mean, in terms of, I mean, if we're going to win an award for possession, then yes, and definitely we won it because the possession was really, really on us. But like what Doc said, we needed somebody who was creative enough to break through the defense, a low block. We are failing and we are dying against a low block team. So, I think at the end of the day, possession is not all that we need. Sometimes, like what Jose Mourinho does, you got 20% possession, but you win the game. The most important is 3 points. You want possession or 3 points. What we want is 3 points. But once again, our whole entire team failed to get us any points yesterday.
I think there were some parts where they played a little bit faster. And when we played a little bit faster, we actually caught them and we had a few chances. But then we were going back to playing at the back and, you know, passing around at the back. Amrabat going from left to right, it doesn't make much of a difference. They're happy to sit back.
In this short period of time, right, you're introducing Amrabat and one, I think they are doing too much. Amrabat is doing too much. Little while the guy was in the bloody right hand side, right? Suddenly
Yeah,
from
agree.
then after he went up, I think towards the left wing. He's doing too much. I think this is actually confusing everybody. Maybe at this particular moment, right, whatever that Eric Ten Hag wants, right, the players can't really deliver because they're just the game coming up, let's just whack and see. Maybe there's something going on over there. Right. So there's
But I thought Eric Ten Hag said it's supposed to be a very strict possession. I mean, when he came in, he's going to be very strict on it. We're going to play pressing football. We're going to play in the position of what he wants.
but it's only
I
two
mean,
games.
I don't see anything, bro. To be honest, I don't see anything.
Two games.
I only see most of the game that we watch, we are getting humiliated. We are getting off possession. Our players are running around like budak kampung. So I mean, I don't see any gameplay. What gameplay has he brought to the team? And it's not only this season. It was from last season.
I think
Yes, he won the League Cup last season.
prior to this season, right, I don't really know what is an inverted left back, right? But seriously, it's like I thought, right, that the left back just go up and down, up. No, bloody inverted this, inverted that, out. There's some more the outfield left. What is that thing? Not the term that you always use. Out left.
Left
field.
outside. Left outside.
Only this season only we learn. Okay, so comment by Note 5 Samsung. Yeah, positioning is the keyword in defending. I hate to compare De Gea to Onana, but to be honest, when we access all the goals we consider this season, I believe David De Gea could have saved a few of it. Okay, this is your brother lah. This is your brother.
100% agree lah. 100% agree.
Belanja him steak ke, you belanja him satay ke, or
Don't remind the guy lah.
Hey,
Purposely lah,
dog.
they put down.
Both of you owe me steak and dog.
No.
Okay, guys, just for your knowledge, yesterday while the game was going on, I mean, I took a kind of like a food bet with our dog De Gea, and it went this way. If Marcus Rashford would have scored a goal for us yesterday, I would have been the one to spend him some food. But if Marcus Rashford do not score, I mean, I went against Rashford because he was utter rubbish to me. I mean, he has always been rubbish to me. Dog is supposed to bring me to which steakhouse, bro?
Yeah, I learned from the best lah. Okay,
Jake's-
he owes us both
Jake's
food.
house.
This guy.
So I'm expecting my steak.
All the atas, this kind of bet, all this kind of steakhouse, that one restaurant only can do this. You settle satay or you're complaining, guys. Serious.
Hey, actually, Smurfs, Ten Hag took him out before he was going to score lah. Not my fault.
Dude, even if he played till the 94th minute, because we had 4 minutes extra time in the second half, even if he played total, I'm telling you, he wouldn't have scored because this guy would have been begging walls. That's about it. That's the best thing.
Just my luck, Ten Hag decides to do substitutions early yesterday. Normally wait until 88th minute.
I'll meet you in Jake's steakhouse Wednesday 1 p.m. I'll meet you there.
Okay, comment by Rizal Rizwan. Bruno Rashford not United standard. Okay, we're gonna discuss about them shortly. Dom, Ten Hag kena sedar yang dia punya taktik long ball counter tak menjadi langsung. Dia kena ubah taktik kalau tak sampai bila-bila tak menang. Itu daripada ini kita dapat daripada buku. Eric Ten Hag masuk United, dia ada office. Dalam laci dia buka ada buku. Buku nama dia Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Dia buka, long ball FC, itulah cara.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was individual brilliance FC lah, not long ball FC lah. Come on.
Hey, it was long ball as well. Campur-campuran.
Okay, asking Dom, after 2 games, apa sumbangan Amrabat? I saw long ball from left to right only. Actually, if you were to compare the first game that he played versus this game, right, I think it was a lot different now, right? This time around, the second game, the game yesterday, right, I think he lost his composure. Slippery lah. Brother, right? Moroccan. Weather hot. A bit of Manchester rain, the flag koyak. What is that, man? Cannot play.
No, so where was the heat map of I mean, the first game I saw his heat map everywhere running around the whole pitch.
That one,
the whole pitch. What about it? No, I had a question about that heat map as well. He was basically playing on the left back on the first game, the League Cup. But the fella, I saw his heat map on the right everywhere. I mean, is it that ETH instructing his players to run all over the field, or basically did he go against his
two
man?
halves lah, two halves.
Two halves. And then, of course, a bit of it, right? Because Josh sneezed a bit, so a bit of his virus thing on there.
So he flew the other side.
A bit, Josh. Josh, okay.
Josh maybe added a few extra colors inside there. lah.
Still waiting for the Ten Hag AX style of play. Maybe he need another 500 million and a few years to implement that. Bullshit lah, the coaching. Serious.
Coaching. Keyword is coaching here. Coaching.
Okay, note 5. Guys, we still need to give full support to Erik Ten Hag as he is still the man who can bring United back to the glory days. Okay, wow, a lot of comment. Okay, good. Keep it coming. Okay, Justin Sean, only time was freelance football. He would have probably won that game considering the fact that he doesn't have tactics and Roy Hodgson wouldn't have.
Hey, that's a bit unfair.
Correct.
Good day.
That's a bit unfair for the manager who beat Pep Guardiola 3 times, okay?
That one is individual brilliance of Anthony Martial.
Don't tell me even Pep Guardiola couldn't butter
Actually,
him.
Justin Sean is absolutely right. Nobody knows what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tactic was. That is why it was so difficult to beat him at times.
I'm sorry, but nobody, if you ask me, nobody knows what
And
Erik Ten
bonkers.
Hag's tactics
Only
also.
himself, also, he don't know what he's doing.
Huh? I think everybody, for me, I don't understand what tactics ETH is using, so, but he's still losing. At least only one.
We move on. Okay, let's talk a bit about the standout players. Okay, in my humble opinion, okay, there are a few players who stood out. Okay, the main one, I would say Mason Mount. Right, there are some people who say Mason Mount is still a flop, even like they're still coming up with the 007 kind of thing. Right, so what's your take? Is he a flop? Because Kai Havertz actually scored yesterday. Arsenal fans were like messaging me, seriously.
Okay. It was a penalty lah. Okay, just Arsenal jangan bincang sini. Next.
No, Mason Mount.
Standout play. Mason Mount, I thought he was trying to do something lah, right? He was trying to win the ball back. He was trying to set up play. I think there are a lot of videos where he actually set up for Rashford, who then ran into walls. Okay, so I know that's going to come next. But yeah, I thought he was decent. But, he's supposed to be providing us with a goal threat as well as a, attacking, forward-thinking midfielder, which I have not seen. Hardly any shots, hardly getting into the box. If you're looking very, very seriously at his display, it's not good enough. But in yesterday's game, I think he probably would be one of the better players, slightly better.
Hey, there's this compilation clip that I shared with you guys. If you actually watch, right, I think he actually played quite disciplined. He actually recycled the ball. He pressed hard. He won back the balls multiple times. The ball multiple times. It's just that somehow which the personnel, which we will talk about later. We'll talk about him. I think he was the one who made Mason Mount look bad. Right, Mason Mount look bad. And then how about the rest? Another two more is Rafael Varane. I think he was pretty solid with defense, although there was not much going on. I mean, with Crystal Palace attack, maybe 3 set pieces and whatnot. Other than that, rather quiet. Another guy, Rasmus Højlund. Okay, Smurf. I want to ask you about Rasmus Højlund. Your new what is that? Young boy.
Supposed to be the number 9 of United, not that Joker
So do you
number 9. Okay, but nevertheless, yeah.
The way he played yesterday, right, was affected because no one is actually creating anything for him. That's why he had to come out of his natural zone to somehow make something happen.
Well, I pity the kid. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, look at the way we are playing. Even if it was Harry Kane that we got, it wouldn't have been much of a difference. Harry Kane will be, it's last season's tournament all around. He has to come down, collect the ball, try to create, and then you have one selfish joker on the left-hand side who never passes the ball and basically bang into all the walls, and you're trying to play with this guy. So at the end of the day, I feel for him. I feel for him as a forward because he's not getting the supplies he needs. He has to come down and, he has to be the assister and the scorer. Well, it's going to be a real tough season for him, if you ask me. It's going to be a real tough season ahead.
I actually don't agree. He's had as a centre forward, right? In the last few games, he has had a lot of half chances, which a better centre forward would have put away. Yesterday's header, he should have put it away. He's not very far from goal. He headed it straight at the keeper. The cross from the left. I can't remember who gave the cross. It was a straightforward header. Nobody in his way. Headed straight at the keeper. I think the last game as well, he had one that, he was inches away. Those kind of anticipation, a better striker would have, and a better striker would put away those chances.
That's the thing about our strikers. The amount of chances, the number of chances. You have one chance, you have to bury that one chance. For example, Anthony Martial one tough, very very shaky kind of
ini hashtag agenda Marshall ni.
Marcel didn't really, play much lah yesterday. So I'm going to
No,
take this.
but-
No, but what did he do when he came on?
When he came on, it was almost 80 minutes lah. Bloody Crystal Palace already parking the bus. They already holding hands already, creating the human chain already. That time only you want Marcel to perform. Come on lah, you want Marcel to perform, you put him early on, at least 60 minutes, 65. Okay, that time you can judge lah. Bloody 80 minutes, 10 more minutes. Roy Hodgson want to sleep already. The flip pass is that time you want Marcel to perform. Every day he asked the players to pack up. Just stand in the penalty box. What can Marcel do? I don't think he can do much. Okay, so actually the next one I want to talk about lah. One of the key, I think the key statement that a lot of our fans, right, we say that Bruno and Mason Mount cannot play together in the midfield. So I'm going to ask Smurf on this one. What do you think about the statement? And also, Bruno Fernandes, what happened to our El Magnifico? Bruno Fernandes.
Just take him out. Seriously, just take him out. I would have rather seen Hannibal in that position. Yes, I can't expect Hannibal to play every single game because he played number 2 games direct, and of course this is the 3rd game against Crystal Palace. But nevertheless, I think in regards to Bruno, he was just frustrating to watch him over and over again. He basically I don't see any enthusiasm. He tries to be a smart Alec, but nothing smart comes out of his Alec. For me, as a captain, he did not show any captain quality yesterday. So Bruno, for me, no, he has to be dropped. He has to go. He has to be dropped. He has to get the enthusiasm back. What he has brought to United for the first 6 months, like I mentioned, for the first 6 months he joined us, he was an absolute beast for us. But after that, it has just gone down the drain. So for me, it's time to drop him. It's time to make him realize that others are basically doing well in his spot. For instance, Hannibal. And if you don't perform, I have to drop my captain to play Hannibal. And ETH he needs to have the guts to do it. It doesn't mean that you name him as a captain. He plays automatically 38 BPL games if he's not injured.
Drop Bruno, drop Rashford, play Hannibal. What nonsense. Hannibal has not done anything the last game.
Pronounce properly. Hannibal,
whatever knots lah. Running around, showing energy, but with no outcome is no point. Same like Pellistri. We've been asking for Pellistri.
Pellistri was not even running much yesterday, and I would agree. Pellistri did not really run much yesterday. He was horrible. But then, if you're going to compare, did you see how Hannibal played the 2 games and what Bruno did? Bruno was utter rubbish. He was walking on the pitch.
I think, right?
He was doing nothing much on the pitch.
Yesterday's game, right? We don't need a Hannibal. I think I agree with Doc. We needed Eriksson. We need someone to break the low block. Running around is not going to do much yesterday.
No, I'm giving you a scenario of what sort of player we need. A player with enthusiasm. A player who basically do not try smart electing, but nothing
You're
smart
telling me
comes out
Bruno
from
is
it.
not enthusiastic.
Yeah.
He's running all over the pitch.
No!
But that is the
Where
problem.
was he running?
That comes down
Where
to
was he running?
coaching.
Yesterday, I think he was limited. He was limited. The area that he needs to cover and whatnot, he was limited already because, of course, with Amrabat coming in, I think that's where I think he got a bit frustrated lah.
I don't know. If you ask me, everybody just
that's the word.
looks clueless.
A captain frustrated on the pitch, and basically that destroys his whole game. What sort of emotional captain you have? If you are not doing well, if Bruno is not doing well, the guts to take him off. As simple as that. Drop this bugger. He's bloody doing a Portuguese egg tart in the middle of the pitch.
Smurfs, drop. Everybody you want to drop. Who you want to put in? Nobody has demonstrated consistently
like I
ability
mentioned,
to take over their place.
Hannibal
is not going to take Bruno's place. Please.
No. Okay, it all boils down to another. If the manager have seen this problem, he should know that basically maybe
now we are getting to the problem.
No.
Okay,
What Shah said earlier, we can play 3 at the back. Why are we not playing 3 at the back? Why are we not playing 3 at the back when you can play 3 at the back?
We will reach there soon. Let me read some.
If that's the case, then you can throw Bruno out the door.
Coach Dom, we got some good chances to win. If cannot, they sorry, they no. This kind of optimistic talk cannot happen. We just got our ass whooped by Crystal Palace. Tak boleh, bro. Tak boleh. Benda macam ni tak boleh. Sorry. Newcastle will run us down. Yes, betul. I think so lah. Very likely lah. The other main problem, we don't have a leader on the pitch to control the players' game attitude. Imagine what kind of words would Keane shouted at Rashford or McTominay every time they made bad decisions. Yes. Padahal even our captain also buat hal. Okay, Bruno is shite. Sorry to say. Baldy is not elite. Cakap pasal Eddie Ten Hag lah.
Macam kita kena scam lah.
Should United do copy-paste game like last winning 3-0? Does our mouse or mousepad have been broken? Pretty much lah, copy macam like Hafiz Zakaria. Memang copy-paste lah. Kita punya permainan copy-paste lah. Cuma masalah bila langgar dinding, we don't have plan B. Okay, ni nanti kita cerita. Okay, we need to move on to the next one.
Mousepad, fax machine, everything broken at Old Trafford lah.
Hey, the next one, the main one. Let's talk about the man of the...
Man, I know where this is going.
Marcus Rashford, dog. Marcus Rashford. Okay, the player that you hype up. Okay, if I was the guy hyping up the game, you were always hyping up Marcus Rashford. And we have seen the compilation. Every fan, I think, pretty much frustrated with Marcus Rashford. So, any positive thing you want to say about Marcus Rashford yesterday?
Oh, that's a tough one, dude. I felt like giving him a smack this time. I think
Rashford is going to play in this position.
Yeah. But again,
Garnacho can't start.
I want to see Garnacho cannot start. Let's see him start.
Garnacho can't start. So you have to put.
Now I really hope they drop Rashford. I hope they drop Rashford, and I want to see what happens.
Louder.
Another 3 to 4 games, you're going to say the same thing about Bruno lah. I really hope they drop Bruno, and I want to see what happens. Okay, but never mind. Sorry, continue. Proceed.
Move closer to the mic. Repeat what you just said. I gotta make sure. Speak closer to the mic.
No, you didn't hear my whole comment. I hope they drop him because I want to see what comes next. When we still don't perform, who will be the next scapegoat?
He's gonna do the I told you so lah.
Correct. How many times you want me to tell you so?
Hey, you know what? Okay, because I was like specifically analyzing Marcus Rashford yesterday. Okay, I gave him a benefit of a doubt lah. All right. The first 20 minutes, bloody 4 times, the guy tried and be a hero. 4 times. After that 4 times, he realized cannot probably jalan already. So you know what he did? He started passing. But his passing, all right, he just whacked only. As long as the ball leave his feet, right, he just whacked only. He just whacked to the tiang lah, to the player lah, and whatnot lah. So maybe what do you think about that, Doc? As how to say?
But yesterday's decision making in the final third was terrible lah. Really horrible. I don't know, I think he's been there for the last couple of games as well lah. But for me, he's the one. At least you still see him trying things. Whereas Bruno goes missing. Some other players don't see them for long periods of the game. And that is why I said at least he keeps trying. But, I mean, terrible lah. I don't know what else to say lah, dude. I cannot defend him anymore.
No, more things. Just trying to whack him, serious.
No. Just imagine Marcus Rashford was David De Gea.
And then even when they moved him to the right, I thought he would do something different to the right lah, because he cannot cut in and shoot, right? He let try the cross. That is all like Koya already lah. I just don't know what else to say. Yesterday was particularly bad lah. Okay, but I still say that there's nobody else who has demonstrated consistently enough to take his place.
Martial, right? Martial can take his place easily lah. Martial looks fit. He looks ready. He looks enthusiastic. He's going to take Rashford's place lah. Just watch. I told you so. I told you now.
I'll see that. Let's see how long.
Why you both basically using the hashtag I told you so?
I tell you now. No, this is hashtag I tell you now. Okay, Smurf, one of the things I think that we are lacking, right? I think it's we question the coaching, especially right now. I see the issue with our front three. It's like, okay, maybe to a certain degree, our defense, we got the inverted this, inverted that, you go here, go there. Midfield, somehow we got a bit of a shape, but our front three, right, is severely lacking. Do you think that that Eric Ten Hag is not focusing on our front three and just basically telling them, just go and express yourself, son, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
No, I have a feeling that he is still trying to figure out what he told us initially when he joined. How to play from the back when he got Onana now. Because he brought in Onana to play from the back. So he's still at the back. He's not focusing on the front. But nevertheless, for me, the front three, I mean, I don't see any creativity between the front three. There's no chemistry between the front three. I mean, this could also boil down to they are play. I mean, they're not playing week in week out together. I mean, but Rashford and Hodgson has been doing, but Hodgson have joined the team late, and I mean, probably they need time to get the chemistry going. But for me, it's I mean, it's a half excuse because as a professional player, put it that way. I mean, they should know what to do in the final third. They should know what to do. And I mean, or is it maybe the manager is trying to control that you got to play a certain game of play, and if you don't do that, I mean, I'm watching you. I'm watching you guys. So if you don't do that, I know what to do in the next game. I know what to do in training. I'm going to do a Sancho to you. I'm going to basically go to the press and talk bad about you. I mean, this is what ETH does best, if you ask me. So I mean, people are probably people are. I mean, the players are scared or so forth. So they want to follow into his plan. But for me, as a professional player, they should be banging the goals. They should be. I mean, you play as a team, but I mean, Marcus Rashford, Hodgson, there should be certain level of individual brilliance there, but it's not being shown.
Okay, so this one maybe Rashford just need to learn what is the best thing to do at certain moment, which is what we call he needs to increase his football IQ. Maybe Marcus Rashford don't have IQ, don't have
Hey, Macha, when I said that, those were the days you guys questioned me.
No,
Rashford don't have football IQ. I mean, this is what you guys questioned me. I said this guy is basically IQ-less about football. He goes and bang into walls. I said that 2 seasons ago. That guy, yes, Rashford.
You know what I used to say, that if just say, right, 2, 3 players with good football IQ, right, they can just play. They can just figure out, they can just play on the fly. All right. Rashford, I think he has difficulty. Okay, maybe too much banging into the walls or whatnot. Dog. Right. Correct, dog.
No, dude. I really don't agree. And I'm just wondering how come so many of our good players have regressed in the last couple of months, couple of years. Now that will boil down to who? The manager and the coaching team. Rashford, you just remember, just think few seasons back, Rashford, Marshall, Greenwood. Was there any question about IQ then? No, there wasn't. They were playing perfect, wonderful football together. So they scored at least 60 goals in that season.
What's the difference? Who was the manager at that time?
No. The glue wasn't playing. The glue, aka Anthony.
The glue was injured, is it? Still injured, is it? No. I mean, whatever said and done, there was no question of IQ. There was no question, Rashford banging into walls, nothing. But in the last 1.5 seasons, actually, last season, after the World Cup, he had a spectacular time. When he was scoring, we were winning. The moment he stopped scoring, we stopped scoring. And the reason we were bailed out is because most games we kept clean sheets. It was 1-0, the whole defensive line, But the performance started getting bad end of last year already after we won the Carling Cup. And it just carried on into this year. We knew the striker department or the front line was the key part, which we did not fix properly, right? And that is still showing now. But I question, how come so many players are regressing instead of getting better?
Exactly. So I think probably
Bruno, who has been our talisman for the last few seasons, playing like this. Not even visible for
the pitch yesterday.
Not even visible for half the game. I think the previous game, I saw him. I saw him at the end of the half when he took one shot. That was about it.
Yesterday,
that's what I said just now, but I kena Plaza.
No, it's not the player, Smurfs. It's not the player. It's the coaching. They look clueless on the pitch. All of them don't know where they're going.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. Bruno looked clueless. Bruno was not doing anything on the pitch. Yeah, but
why blame the player?
Behind the story, it could be the coaching, it could be the manager. But then we got to
everybody's
accept that
running
Bruno
everywhere.
was totally shit yesterday, and there's no way anybody can defend what he did yesterday. Neither Marcus Rashford.
But don't forget that he was the only one. I think he was one of those who got a shot on target. Where were the rest?
How many percent, right, boils down to the coaching, and how many percent is the incompetent of the player, guys? What do you guys think?
Currently looking at performances on the pitch, right? Currently, since this season, let's not take last season. This season has started. We have been complaining about the performances on the pitch. Some will be happy because we got the 3 points, but the performance was still poor. And in these 7 games, right? And let's just take the league games. I don't see that improvement. We've been playing badly, okay? covered up by taking 3 points in some games, but we've been humiliated by most of the Spurs. Spurs manager just took over, right? But the most annoying part is with the gameplay, we don't even look like scoring. Yesterday, we didn't look like scoring.
Correct.
I mean, we
Agreed.
had 4 shots on goal. I can only remember 2. One was Bruno's long shot. One was the header from Hoyland.
No, the
Both
other
were
one was
straight
when
at the keeper.
Garnacho came in, and it was considered a shot of target. Garnacho came in, and it was a very weak shot. His
Yeah,
first,
so
I
let's
think,
not
one of his
consider
first
that. Okay,
contribution.
let's
Yeah.
not consider that.
No. Yeah.
Though the thing is, we
So-
only had 2 shots on goal at home, straight to the keeper. That's it. There's no way we're going to win the game. Nothing else creative apart from those. That is the worrying part for me.
This one, okay, moving forward. I mean, the season is still young lah. Okay, how many? 7 games into the season. We still got like 31 more games, right? And many more lah. Champions League and whatnot. So how do we actually fix this? Okay, maybe the last question of the night. How do we fix this? Okay,
Before
please
you go
don't
into that, Dom, I got a question for you.
Ah,
Do you
yeah.
think that our manager is chopping and changing the squad too much? Too many games. No, not many people are playing consistently 4-5 games in a row. Okay,
Correct,
you're bringing Hannibal for 2 games, bringing Palestri 1 game, drop him, bring him back again. They're not getting a prolonged run in the team. In
Correct.
and out, right? It also affects your confidence, your performance. Is that the case?
Correct. And then I think in a way also, I mean, the injuries, like, although I don't like to use that as an excuse, the injuries also is actually affecting us in a way that we have to cut and paste, bring this guy to do this role. And then again, too many roles for one personnel. I think that's a bit too much. Okay, Amrabat coming in, expecting him to do
No,
a
I
lot.
think that could have been solved. That could have been solved in a training session, because I mean the injury did not happen during warm-up session. ETH and his coaching crew was basically, I mean, they had time. They had time to basically start playing 3 from the back. I mean, you don't have centre backs. You know your left back is gone. You know your right back AWB is gone. You can play 3 from the back. I mean, but you have to drill it into Rashford and the right winger, whoever deployed on the right, that they have to come down to help. I mean, probably is it that the manager do not trust that these 2 flankers will actually drop to assist the 3 at the back? Is the reason that we are stuck with 4 and playing Amrabat off position?
Probably.
So,
I think
I
maybe-
mean,
But you're
at the end of the day,
actually, if you look at it, right, we're actually playing 3 at the back. Because whenever we're attacking, we only have 3 at the back. Amrabat is actually moving into midfield already.
I think, right, the issue with Eric Ten Hag, he has a few players that he severely trusts, and then they are the one who is pretty much going to run the show. And if this personnel, they collapse, the whole team collapse. I think
One guy is coming back in the next game, dude. Anthony is
Oh,
back.
Anthony,
in fact,
yeah,
if you ask me, look, guys, every personnel is collapsing in the team. Every personnel is collapsing. Name me one person who is basically outshining the rest of the squad,
None.
who basically would walk into a squad of Arsenal, Manchester City, or even Spurs at the moment. Anybody that would actually walk into these teams from our squad, name me one. I don't think so. Any of them.
Okay, wait, let's read
That's
some
the
comments.
problem we have.
Syami Afif, bang, tu kalau performance kita macam tu lawan City, Liverpool memang kena bantai. Betul, correct, betul. Ini baru cap ayam, betul cap ayam.
Tapi tak apa. This time when kita main Man City, kita tak buat watch along. So
Jangan risau. Kita dulu ke rumah. Kita tengok ke rumah. Okay, one more comment. You cannot coach any players to fit your gameplay unless you bought the kind of players. Bruno wasn't a baller like Bernardo Silva or Gundogan. We can't really blame Eric Ten Hag on this. Okay, guys, the last question of the night, because we are almost running out of time. How do we fix this? Okay, do we just wipe off this whole season because there's only 7 games into the season? Okay, I don't think we'll be challenging lah. Okay, we won't be in the top 2 spot lah. But then to at least save our season, at least to get us fans, don't suffer so much lah. Okay, 3 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock games like that, we don't want to suffer so much. So what do you think that we should do, Smith?
Pray to the gods.
Maradona.
I'm serious. You pray. No. You pray to the gods that we win our first FA Cup game, and we have very easy draws, not Premier League teams, and then we go to the final and probably win the cup, because League Cup more or less we are adios bye. I mean, looking at the way we are playing in UCL, you don't have to talk. Probably we might not even pass the group stage, or maybe or basically just one pass after the group stage and we are doomed. put it that way. In the Premier League, we don't have to talk so much. I mean, a new history was created yesterday. 4 losses in the first 7 games of the start of the season. Thank you, ETH and your crew for that. So, nevertheless, pray for the gods that we got easy fixtures in our FA Cup, as simple as that. And hopefully, we can at least win one more trophy there.
Bang, tahun ni top 5 UCL sebab UEFA dah tukar standings, betul. Tapi top 5 pun sedikit agak merumitkan lah sedikit. kalau top 5.5 mungkin boleh lah. Kalau ada 4.5 boleh lah. We all know the Glazers. Are not helping by not giving enough money for a team rebuild. This is the problem. Keep repeats and the club has suffered from it. Yes, no doubt. But then again, my opinion, right? 11 players on the field, 11 players opponents, manager same. 90 minutes save. He could have done something lah. If you are a competent manager lah, you probably got some plan A, plan B, plan C lah. Okay, not plan A. Plan B refer to plan A. Plan C refer to plan B and plan A. No, not that. You have to be versatile. You have to use your resources lah. This is one of the things. And I'm a big Eric Ten Hag fan lah. Okay, so Doc, let's be positive. Okay, bring back Dr. Prashant from last season lah. Okay, how do we salvage our season lah? How do we save our season lah?
I think first of all, he needs to start coaching his players better. Ten Hag needs to coach his players better. They need to understand their roles on the pitch, a bit more fixed positions rather than roaming all over the place, right? And confusing everybody. You can have one player with a slightly free role. You can't have 3 or 4 players running around with free roles. Okay, I think maybe it might suit us to go a little bit more direct instead of trying to really build up from below. Historically, we have been a team that plays a little bit direct, on the counter, fast-paced football, not slow it down like this. I think a lot of this passing at the back is aimless. Sometimes to prove a point, we're playing out the back, but they're just passing aimlessly. Varane goes forward, anybody steps into his view, he turns around, pass back. That's not playing out the back, right? So they got to get.
But he almost got caught once yesterday.
Yeah.
Warren almost got caught.
He was actually saved by
yesterday.
Onana. Onana's starting position was good in that one. But the thing is, right?
Thank God Onana was the goalkeeper. He came out. If it was De Gea, it was set back. No, bro.
Dia would have saved the one-on-one, bro.
You want to come up but cannot. Frozen.
He would have saved the one-on-one with his magnificent. And I think also his substitutions needs to be earlier. Substitutions and need to change things on the pitch when they're not happening. It cannot go on for too long. If you see something not happening by early second half, 55 minutes, 60 minutes, make the change. Change your tactics. Right? I think he leaves it for too long to go on. People can kill the game. The Bayern Munich one was a classic example.
Minute, no?
Yesterday was fine.
Yesterday was 61st minute. Yeah.
One substitution. But you see, over the season, look at the Bayern game. Bayern game is a classic. When we pull the goal back, right, he let the game drift for too long. Bayern killed the game. And then suddenly we were left with 10 minutes left and shit. That time we were trying to score.
That's when, what happened? Okay, since we are talking, what happened after that? You see, this guy, I tell you, dog, seriously, you are cool and all, but then sometimes you are a bit biased.
Why? Haven't I been calling for Martial?
No.
Go and watch the previous video. I said Martial to come in and partner on the left wing with Rashford on the right and Royce in the center.
No. This is exact scenario that United and ETH have in Manchester United, the players and ETH. When one says A, the other one doesn't listen. Because I believe that Doc has been backing Martial for a start instead of Rashford, and now Coach Dom, who is ETH, said no, I don't know. How lah, bro? But you guys are condemning Manchester United and ETH as well.
I'm gloom already. I cannot help it because too many people whacking Martial. It's like defensive mode lah. Hey, stop talking about Martial. Go no Martial. You see? I cannot help it.
Reflex. My God, this guy. Reflex, huh?
That's not.
But I think those are the things that I can think of that he can change lah moving forward.
Okay, that's not playing from the back. He was playing from the back with Lindelof making 100 sideways passes. Okay lah. Before we end our live lah, okay, I just want one more time, Doc, please move closer to the mic. Repeat what you said just now, please.
I can't remember. I said so many things.
Rashford, quick. 10 seconds, quick.
United still look more menacing when we have a Rashford on form.
They are to whack this guy.
Hey, Macha,
You need to get him
I
on form,
feel,
lah. That's it.
I seriously feel you're having a short-term memory loss like some people.
I just
with
want to
that,
give
guys,
Dom the satisfaction day.
And with that, guys, thank you so much for joining us in our live. Hopefully, the next live when we come on live, right? Rashford won't be playing, Bruno won't be playing, Marcel will be starting on the
No,
left.
I think Bruno will play because it's the championship game. I think he's certain to start. So, like I said earlier, I've been
That's what Marcus Rashford needs, lah. Champions League
Honeyball will play. Honeyball will
Pochi
play.
dah.
Okay, with that, guys, good night. We'll see you guys on Wednesday night. Not Wednesday, Thursday night.
Tuesday night. Not Tuesday night, lah.
Thursday,
Wednesday night lah.
morning. We'll be playing Wednesday 3
Yeah,
a.m.
ETH and the players lah. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night.
Sorry, Wednesday night will be live Wednesday night. Okay, with that, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys.